Hello. Okay, so I went ahead and made some changes and some bug fixes to the project. I added in this new folder, OBSTextEditor. If you could download it, and then I've already done that, but if you could copy it over from your downloads, so I would go in here, go OBSTextEditor, copy, and then I would go into here and delete this folder. Let me delete this. Yes. And while that is deleting, let me go over to command prompt. And I'm going to paste. I could just go like that. And let me get over to my E drive. So in my directory, I should have OBS text editor, so give it a few moments. And something that you might need to change is that within OBS text editor, the batch file is not currently making the .m2 file. So if I go into here and then I go war build and build, I will notice that there's no makedir for .m2. You might need to add that and go at makedir c and then users and whatever your username is, and then .m2. And I'm not going to do that because I already have a .m2 folder on my computer, but if you've already run this program before, it should have already created the .m2 file because the current version you have does that for you. But I'm going to delete this out, and you may not even need that at all because you've already created one before. So let me save this, close this, and then now I can cd into OBS text editor and then cd into war build, and let me run build.bat. So it will retrieve the jar file with a new project.jar, and then I could go GUI.bat, and it will open my software. And I'm going to run this with League of Legends first, just because that's the one that is throwing the null pointer exception. And let me set it to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, right? And then go main season, and let's try and change the current roster. Our current roster, let's see what it looks like. It looks like, and this is just that I don't have all the folders loaded. It has this person as the top laner. Let's try and change that. Let's change it to Andrew. So let's change our top laner to Andrew, and make sure that you're actually choosing someone who has an OBS link, or else it won't update it with the appropriate information. So let me do alphabetically, and Andrew, he's a top laner, and let me go ahead and generate my stream. And I've already copied my path over to here. You can find this in %appdata% OBS Studio basic scenes. And then you'll notice that the title, the roster, and mobalytics data have changed. If you don't get these messages, then the JSON did not update. Now let me open OBS again. And I'm pretty sure it will not update. And let me go into here. You'll notice that the roster has not updated. This is because we need to make sure that we exit out of here and then generate it. We double check it generated. OBS Studio. And let me wait. And you'll notice Andrew is now on here. Something odd I've noticed is you saw how the title had updated, but the roster did not, or it'll be the other way around. I believe the configuration file for OBS never updates uniformly, so it'll attempt to rewrite the previous JSON file even when it's closed. So if I had OBS open before this and then I ran this program, it will attempt to maintain the previous JSON file, so you normally have to restart it at least twice for it to work. This is just an issue that there hasn't been a clear answer to, but I think it's just because the OBS configuration file wants to prevent any sort of corruption to the configuration. So that's how you do League of Legends. And let me show you something like Overwatch. Let's do Overwatch. So let me change the title. I'll just make it exclamation points. And let me set preseason. And I'll just choose some random people. You could even sort alphabetically and by team. And I'll do like Michael and Patrick. Okay, and then let's do 2 more. So we got 6 people here. And then let's go ahead and exit out of OBS. And then generate our stream. And then open OBS. and it should not have updated completely. And oh, I forgot to choose team assignments for this, my bad. Let me go ahead and clear this real quick. Let me just choose 2 people. Let me exit out of here and then generate OBS. Here, wait, and then you have to close it because it didn't update, and then open OBS again. And you'll notice then it updated. So to be clear on how this works, I would change all my information and then click generate, open OBS, and then it normally will not update. I need to close OBS, click generate, and then open OBS, and then it would have updated. So you'll notice that all the information has changed. This even includes the title, which looks good, and so has the roster. So confetti and celebration, this is working really well right now on my side. Please tell me if it's not working on your side. I found it interesting that your JSON, it says it's updating the title and roster. Something you could always do to double check if it's actually changed, if you have the time to do this, would be to go into the actual JSON file and go here, basic scenes, esports, open, and open it, and then let me see what my current title should be. My current title is, let me get rid of this, OBS. It should have Fenrir versus a lot of exclamation points. I made it something with exclamation points because it's really easy to find in a text editor. So let me see where this is. So you'll notice that I updated something where it's text, and it will update it in 2 spots normally. So if you could check if the actual JSON file is updating, that would be great. You'll notice, like, let's say I'd changed it to like something like this. It would not be able to find it if the JSON file actually did not update. So please check for that if the OBS configuration file is still not changing what's on your screen. So that's basically how to run the project. If you could download the updated version, that'd be great. Besides that, please tell me if there are any errors running through the command prompt, and thank you so much for watching this. I know this was a long-winded video, but